Polk House, like we've been trying to call it before my grandson. We really haven't settled on a name yet, but that's not the important part of this video. We've had a few setbacks. We kind of talked about that in the last video, in that we had a whole ton of repairs that had to be done that were completely unforeseen to us. So that snapped axle, if you haven't seen that video, you should go back and take a look at it. It's something. And so we were driving on a broken axle. And I don't mean kind of like it was a little, cracked or something. I mean, it was like broken off. Go look at that video. So that ended up costing us considerably more than we were expecting. Now, it's not entirely out of the realm of what we were expecting at some point in time to spend on the truck, because we were going to completely redo the rear end and put a locking differential in, and we were going to re-gear it so we get a little bit better gas mileage and get better speeds on the highway, all that kind of stuff, better drivability. We just weren't planning on doing it right now. So because of the snapped axle, we were kind of forced in this position of doing all that right now. So in the long run, it's fine. But we kind of got into a place where we were like, okay, well, that took up a much larger chunk of our money than we were expecting. So we were going to kind of put the whole build on hold for a little bit. Now, just to step back for a second. While I was trying to do some research about, getting this vehicle licensed and all that kind of stuff, which, Jesus, was a trip in Washington State. Came across the original auction sale for this truck back several years ago. And lo and behold, the guy that we bought it from, I am like 99% sure he knew it had a snapped axle and just never did anything about it. And of course, never told us anything about it. So this is my mechanic buddy, Dan, again, who was in the last video, he recommended to us to take this to a shop in Bend, a diesel shop, and just have them go through it. Just have them look at it first. Diesel shops were really backed up. We were in a hurry. We were antsy, so we didn't do that. Man, it would be good to take that advice, okay? So if you're looking at any vehicle with mileage or anything like that, it's a good idea just to take it to a mechanic and say, hey, can you do a pre-purchase inspection on this or something? So again, it wouldn't have changed whether we bought it or not. Would have probably given us some more negotiating room or something. Still overall very happy with it. Nonetheless, it changed our plans just a little bit. So
is this why the broken axle, could that have been because it is a Forest Service vehicle and driven rough on those roads? Is that any?
Could be. I've also kind of, learned, and again, I don't know how entirely trustworthy this is, but I was talking with someone who seemed to know a bit about these old international trucks, and they said, in particular, these international 4700 trucks like this that are the kind of like this short body, the stocky heavy duty Forest Service rigs, they were kind of notorious for having axle issues. So whether that really is the case or not, I don't know. It could have been a number of different things. It's an old vehicle. I mean, stuff happens. So, but anyway, it is what it is. So we have a fully functional axle now, great gear ratio, lockers in the rear, so we don't have to worry about getting stuck places, all that kind of stuff. So we're overall still super happy with it. All right, so we are currently in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And if you remember on a video we did a couple videos ago, we were looking at a maker space that we were going to be building this out. Well, we had already committed to staying in Coeur d'Alene for a period of time, and in the trailer, and then since we were, going to be extending that a little bit, because we weren't going to be looking at immediately building this truck out, we decided we'll just go ahead and stay put, but we won't really bother with the maker space, that sort of thing. And then the plan was, right now it's the beginning of November. The plan was that after Thanksgiving, we would drive this truck down, pulling our trailer, and we would meet up with some friends down in southern Baja, on the very bottom tip of it, and in Mexico, and we were going to spend the winter there. Until we found out just a week ago that our truck is not allowed into Mexico. It's not allowed to cross the border anyway, because it's over the weight limit. And it's not classified as an RV. If it was classified as an RV, we would be fine. But because it's not classified as an RV, it's classified as a commercial truck, then it's overweight. They will not allow it across the border. So Mexico was out. And we were like, what do we do now? Because, we're kind of stuck with staying in this trailer. And like we've said before, we're not really winter ready in this trailer. So this has been a long story already. We're going to cut it just a little bit short and just say we have decided to figure out a way to convert this to an RV so that we can still hopefully get down to Mexico, even though it won't be right when we were thinking, but hopefully at the end of December is what we're thinking now. I think I can do some stuff that I need to just to kind of get it to that point where we can actually get it relicensed as an RV. This is me, fingers crossed is what that is. We're kind of familiar with the process now, and that we've read up on it a ton, but we're not entirely sure, of course, what curveballs will come, because that's our life. Our life is nothing but curveballs. And so we're just going to kind of go with that. So it's a mess in here right now because we've started collecting stuff to be able to do that. And so we've got our 100-gallon water tank. We've got our oven that's going to go in. We have our composting toilet. We've got another generator. We sold our old generator because it was too big and bought a smaller generator just to charge the battery banks. We're basically going to swap out the electrical that we built in the trailer into this, and not go with a full upgrade right now. Because that was going to be a major part of the overall build budget. We'll wait to do that now.
Which we're going to do another had spec'd out for us for our electrical system. So it's a temporary fix.
So we decided to extend our stay here in Coeur d'Alene, because now I'm going to go ahead and use the makerspace again. We'll do another video on that once we get in there. And so we decided just to extend our stay here just for a little while, so that we can, go ahead and get as much done as quickly as possible there. And lo and behold, today it decided to snow. So probably one of the earlier snows I've seen in a long time in this area, which is just perfect. It's just absolutely perfect. So there's some antsiness on my part. There's some frustration. There's also just, put our head down and grind through whatever we need to grind through, because this is life, right? This is just a kind of the overall recap of kind of, the change of direction and all that kind of stuff. I am anticipating that coming videos will be on what we're actually doing. So stay tuned for those, and we'll kind of, walk through the steps, of what we're doing. And even some of the stuff that we found in the truck and that sort of thing. So anyway, so hang tight with us. This is a roller coaster for sure.